Hey everybody, welcome to the third installment of the Big Ten Fan Site where we discuss all things Big Ten football. We're brought to you from Boulders on Broadway in Tempe, Arizona, and I am David Russell.
I'm Brandon Spangler, and this is being filmed in front of a live restaurant crew here at Boulders. First game this week is Arkansas State at Indiana. That's at 12 p.m. Eastern on ESPNU.
Indiana, way to schedule a tough non-conference opponent. Let's see, you guys have had Towson, Western Kentucky, Akron, and now Arkansas State. Well, who are they?
They're the Red Wolves. I had to look it up. They're the Red Wolves. Are they in the Sun Belt? I
They're
didn't check
2 and
that
4.
part.
Even if they're in the Sun Belt, they're 2 and 4.
How many Sun Belt teams can you schedule in one year before it's against the rules?
I think 2 is the limit, and congratulations, Indiana, for
You're on it,
reaching
Indy.
that limit. But I will say one thing, even though I'm giving them a hard time about their schedule, it is my belief that Ben Chappell will not have as many yards passing that he did against my own Michigan Wolverines.
I think he will. I think he's back in a big way this week. I think they do what they do against weak opponents. They're going to throw the ball all day long and run out the score.
I could see that happen. I got Indiana big in this game. I say 20 plus points. Put them up early and put in your young guys and get them some experience.
The whole team's young, so just keep the team in and go with it. Indiana wins.
Absolutely, going away. All right, the next game on the docket is Minnesota at Purdue, 12 p.m. Eastern, ESPN Dose.
That's 2.
2.
Yeah, I'm going to start right away and say that Minnesota wins this game. Because you disagree with me.
I do disagree, but we'll go into why Minnesota's going to win this game.
Because Purdue didn't even beat Northwestern. Northwestern beat Northwestern. Bad.
Still a W.
But it's bad special. Purdue didn't prove anything. They
Okay.
didn't do anything special. Bad special teams by
Minnesota
Northwestern.
is 1 and 5. Minnesota is not going to grade the way that they need to go. They've had a brutal schedule, yes, but it's still 1 and 5, and their offense, they still haven't found anything working. I mean, Weber is throwing some good yards, but then he's making poor decisions, and they're not running the ball as effectively as they should be.
They don't. They can't run the ball.
And Purdue has found Mr. Rob Henry that hasn't thrown the ball well, but he did rush for 132 yards against
42
Northwestern.
yards, 45 yards.
45 yards passing. That could be better. But he did rush for 132. They are going with a read option now, and we're going to see how it goes. I'm picking Purdue to win this game.
Like I said, Minnesota. No way Purdue wins this game.
All right, our next game this week is number 15 Iowa visiting Michigan, 3:30 Eastern, ABC Network.
I believe that's the number 26th ranked Michigan.
That is the number
Wolverines.
26. Others receiving votes, we have the most.
I think the D line is the key the key part of this game, especially for Iowa, because Adrian Claiborne, that whole unit
He's a beast.
is ridiculous. And I think defensively, I don't know. I think that D line can help contain Michigan's offense.
And I'm wondering, but Iowa, you've watched them play. They play a lot of that base defense where they rush forward and they drop back everybody else into coverage. Now, other teams have tried doing that against Michigan this year, and that's when Denard has taken advantage of them. Michigan State was the first team to put 2 linebacker spies on Denard Robinson the whole game, and that was the blueprint to stop Denard. So is Iowa going to rely just on their great, outstanding defensive line, or are they going to go mirror a little bit of what Michigan State did?
Well, I imagine they throw it in every now and again. They've had a bye week. They've had time to look at it and figure out what they think they want to do.
Yeah, and I think that loss to Michigan State might have actually helped Michigan in a little bit because it actually might have brought a little bit of Michigan back down to reality. They were riding really high for a long time. Shoelace was riding high. There was all the Heisman talks out there.
Which there still should be, by the way. I mean,
He still had a great year. He still had 86 yards rushing and almost 200 yards passing in that game, minus the 3 interceptions against Michigan State. He still had a great game.
I would say great, but he had a good game, and he continues to play well. This I don't know. This doesn't feel just a little bit reminiscent of last year. You're
Yeah.
coming in playing well. You get to Michigan State, you lose that game. Mind you, this game wasn't as close, but you lose a game, and now it doesn't get easier.
No, it doesn't get easier, but I also think that Iowa's a little bit better last year than they were this year. And I think we were a little bit better this year than we were last year. And we only lost to them by 2 points last year, and that was at Iowa.
But by
So
the same
anything can
argument,
happen.
you barely lost to Michigan State in overtime last year, and this time they dominated the game.
Michigan State was a far better team this year, and they
Yeah.
have a chance to go undefeated.
Upside for Michigan in this game defensively is you're going to have opportunities to actually help your team instead of hurting it because
Rick
of Stanzi.
Stanzi.
Yeah, Stanzi and the Iowa offense make a lot of mistakes, and if Michigan can capitalize on, I mean, it's been a pick six almost every game.
Yeah, Stanzi is known for his pick sixes. He's good for about one a game. He was good for one a game against Arizona this year, and that happens in all big games. Now, our defense is not Arizona's. I'm not saying that it is, but we are opportunistic. That's all.
They have a chance to be opportunistic. Now, I'm sure you're picking Michigan.
I am because I'm a homer. I've tossed and turned about this, but I'm a homer, and I'm picking Michigan to win. I'm thinking it's going to be a close game, but I think they can pull it out.
I'm picking Iowa. They were better on the road last year than they were at home. I look at them this year to kind of continue to do that kind of thing. I think Stanzi takes control of business and only throws one pick six, and that's still enough to win the game.